Detective Gorham, before we took the break, I asked you about propane tanks.
Yes.
And I think I asked you how many propane tanks were found at the burnt tent site by the Concord Police. Could you say how many were found up there?
Approximately 155.
Thank you. And what size were those propane tanks?
They were the mini propane tanks.
So not the big ones that you put on your grill?
No.
And when you searched the Walmart system for evidence of the sale of propane tanks, what type of propane tanks were you searching for?
The mini propane tanks.
Thank you. Your Honor, could we approach?
Absolutely.
Detective Gorham, could you take a look at what's marked for ID Estates Exhibit 121? Detective, what is Estates Exhibit 121?
Those are receipts of the 50 transactions from Walmart that I spoke about.
And does this contain the complete set of those receipts?
Yes, it does.
And are these the receipts that you described obtaining from Walmart related to those transactions that you saw on video?
Between November of 2021 and April of 2022, yes.
Your Honor, subject to the discussion we just had, I move to strike the ID.
Subject to that discussion, any objection?
No.
Exhibit 121 is a full exhibit.
Detective Gorham, similar to the Shaw's video that we saw earlier, were you able to obtain still images from the surveillance footage you obtained from Walmart?
Yes, I was.
That's
Detective, I'm handing you a binder which contains exhibits 122 through 175 and also 255 for some reason. Can you take a look at that, please? Detective, have you had a chance to review what's contained in this binder?
Yes, I have.
And what is contained in this binder?
Still images from the 50 transactions I spoke about earlier, along with the corresponding receipts.
And do these still images contain both images from interior cameras and exterior looking cameras at Walmart?
Yes.
And again, those receipts that are in here, do those correspond to the images that go with it?
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, at this time I move to strike the ID on exhibits 122 through 175 and 255.
Any objection?
no objection.
They're all full exhibits.
Thank you. And just to be clear, Detective, those exhibits that you looked at, 122 through 175 and 255, do those account for the entirety of the 50 transactions that you observed?
Those are just a portion of them.
Thank you. Detective, I'm showing you State's Exhibit 122. Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
And what is shown here?
The individual who made the purchase at Walmart.
And what date is this taken from?
I believe this one is November 28th of 2021.
Thank you. Can you just describe what this individual is wearing?
A black leather style hat, face mask, brown jacket, black pants, black boots, and I believe a black backpack.
I'm showing you State's Exhibit 123. What is shown here?
That same individual from the last photo at self-checkout.
And what is the timestamp on this?
It is November 28th, 2021 at approximately 4:16 p.m.
And what is that individual doing?
Utilizing self-checkout to make a transaction.
I'm now showing you State's Exhibit 124. What is this?
This is a receipt that goes with that purchase.
What is the timestamp on this receipt?
It is November 28th, 2021 at 18:15, which is actually 6:15 p.m.
And is that consistent with the image we just saw of that person at self-checkout?
Yes, it is.
What does this receipt show that person bought during that transaction?
This person purchased a tent as well as a watch.
And how did this person pay?
With a prepaid debit card ending in the number 0765.
Okay, so could you point out on the receipt where you see that 0765 number with the laser pointer? Does that appear anywhere else on the receipt, further up?
Yes, right here. Under credit card.
Detective, I'm now showing you State's Exhibit, well, I'll go to Exhibit 126. What is this?
This is a still image from Walmart self-checkout on November 11th, or correction, November 29th, 2021 at approximately 5:38 p.m.
And who is shown in this image?
The same individual from the previous transaction.
I'm going to go to Exhibit 125. What is this?
This is that same individual on November 29th entering Walmart.
And now I'm showing you Exhibit 127. What is this?
This is a receipt from that transaction on November 29th.
And how did this person pay?
With a debit card or prepaid debit card ending in 0765.
What did this person purchase during this transaction?
A tarp.
I'm showing you now State's Exhibit 129. What is shown here?
The same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on December 4th, 2021.
And what is the time?
6:00 p.m.
I'm showing you Exhibit 128. What is this?
The same individual from the previous photo at self-checkout entering Walmart.
On the same day as that transaction?
Yes.
I'm showing you Exhibit 130. What is this?
This is a receipt from that transaction on December 4th, 2021 at 6 p.m. where the subject purchases a tarp utilizing the prepaid debit card 0765.
Thank you. I'm showing you Exhibit 131. Could you tell us what is shown in this?
The same individual from the previous receipts utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on December 11th, 2021 at 6:56 p.m.
I'm showing you Exhibit 132. What is this?
This is the receipt from the transaction on December 11th, 2021 at 6:56 p.m., where the subject purchases beef stew, socks, pants, a thermal, or two thermals, with the prepaid debit card ending in 9745.
Is that a different prepaid debit card than the previous transactions?
Yes, it is.
I'm now showing you State's Exhibit 134. Could you tell us what is shown here?
Same individual from the previous photographs utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on December 12th, 2021 at 6:14 p.m.
Thank you. And I'm now showing you State's Exhibit 133. What is this?
The same individual from the date of the last self-checkout photo entering Walmart.
And now showing you Exhibit 135. What is this?
The receipt from the transaction on December 12th at 6:14 p.m. The subject buys Coke, chicken nuggets, pasta sauce, propane, a tarp, and I believe this was a food storage container
And how did this person pay?
with the prepaid debit card ending in 9745.
This is State's Exhibit 136. What is this?
The same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart on December 26, 2021 at 7:10 p.m.
And State's 137. What is this?
The receipt for that transaction on December 26th at 7:10. Propane, trash bags, mouse traps, Italian dressing. I'm not sure what this one is. It's ice cream, Mountain Dew, using the prepaid card ending in 6278.
And is 6278 a different prepaid debit card than the previous ones that we've seen on these receipts?
Yes, it is.
I'm showing you State's Exhibit 139. What is this?
The same individual from the previous photos utilizing self-checkout at Walmart on January 10th, 2022 at 5 p.m.
What is this person wearing?
A dark colored jacket, dark hat, a face covering, dark pants, dark boots, and a backpack.
Just to go back to Exhibit 138, what is this?
That same individual entering Walmart
And at that
on the same day.
same day?
Yes.
And Exhibit 140.
This is the receipt from that transaction on January 10th showing 3 propane sales and 2 Mountain Dew sales, as well as a burger using cash.
And what was the date on this?
January 10th, 2022 at 5 p.m.
I'm showing you Exhibit 142. What is shown here?
The same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart on January 12th, 2022 at 5:05 p.m.
This is Exhibit 141. What is this?
The same individual from that last photo, same day, entering Walmart.
And now Exhibit 143. What is this?
The transaction, receipt transaction from January 12th at 5:05 p.m. Subject buys ice cream, Mountain Dew, and 3 things of propane, paying with cash.
I'm showing you Exhibit 145. What is this?
The same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart on February 2nd, 2022 at 4:18 p.m.
And Exhibit 144.
This is the same individual on the same day from that last photo exiting Walmart.
And Exhibit 146. What is this?
The receipt from February 2nd at 4:18 p.m. where the subject buys propane, ice cream, and lighters, paying with cash.
showing you Exhibit 148. What is this?
Same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on February 4th, 2022 at 3:58 PM.
And Exhibit 147. What is this?
This is that same individual, I believe, in the shave aisle at Walmart. It's a different camera angle.
And is this on that same day?
Yes, it is.
Is this prior to the purchase that we
Yes.
saw? And what is this individual holding in his left hand?
Mini propane tanks.
What color are they?
Green.
I'm showing you Exhibit 148 now. Oh, I think we did that, sorry. And I'm showing you Exhibit 149. What is this?
This is the receipt from February 4th at 3:58 PM. The subject buys ice cream. I'm not sure what this is. These are razors, pants, jeans, propane, and pays with cash.
States Exhibit 151. Could you please describe what we're seeing here?
Same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on February 22nd, 2022 at 2:42 PM.
And States Exhibit 150. What is this?
The same individual from that same day entering Walmart.
And States Exhibit 152. What is this here?
The receipt from February 22nd at 2:42 PM, paper towels, propane, potatoes, ice cream, and the subject pays in cash.
This is States Exhibit 153. What is this?
The same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on March 7th, 2022 at 2:50 PM.
And I'm showing you States Exhibit 154. What is this?
The receipt from March 7th at 2:50 PM. Subject buys propane, ice cream, Alfredo sauce, elbow pasta, and Mountain Dew, paying with a prepaid debit card ending in 9364.
And is this a different card than the ones that we've seen on these receipts
Yes, it is.
previously? What is this, Detective? This is Exhibit 155.
This is the same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on March 11th, 2022 at 4:14 PM.
And I'm showing you States Exhibit 156. What is this?
This is the receipt from March 11th at 4:14 PM. The subject buys macaroni, eggs, ice cream, paper towels, and propane, paying with a prepaid debit card ending in 9364.
This is States 157. What is this?
Same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on March 15th, 2022 at 4:06 PM.
And States Exhibit 158.
The receipt from March 15th, 2022 at 4:06 PM. The subject buys paper towels, Mountain Dew, mac and cheese, razors, ice cream, paying with the prepaid debit card ending in 9364.
States Exhibit 159.
The same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on March 25th, 2022 at 4:10 PM.
And States Exhibit 160.
The receipt from March 25th at 4:10 PM. The subject buys propane. I don't know what this is. Cheese, mac and cheese, water, and uses a prepaid debit card ending in 6663.
And is that another or a different card than the ones we've seen previously?
Yes, it is.
This is States Exhibit 161. What is shown here?
The same individual, except now he's wearing a bandana over his face instead of a cloth face mask, utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on April 1st, 2022 at 4:03 PM.
And this is States Exhibit 162. What is shown here?
The receipt from April 1st, 2022 at 4:03 PM. Ice cream and chicken, and the subject pays with cash.
What kind of chicken is that? Do you know?
It's deli chicken. I'm not sure if that's the same as rotisserie chicken.
States Exhibit 163. Can you tell us what you see here?
Same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on April 2nd, 2022 at 3:49 p.m.
States Exhibit 164.
The receipt from April 2nd, 2022 at 3:49 p.m. showing Mountain Dew, a 2-liter of Mountain Dew, Coke. I'm not sure what these are, and this is ice cream, using the prepaid debit card ending in 6663.
States Exhibit 165. Tell us what this is.
The same individual, still wearing the bandana over his face, utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on April 15th, 2022 at 2:50 p.m.
And States Exhibit 166.
The receipt from April 15th, 2022 at 2:50 p.m. Mountain Dew, believe this is ice cream, deli chicken, and the subject pays with cash.
Thank you. And what time is this transaction?
2:50 p.m.
States Exhibit 167. What does this show?
This shows the same individual, now without a face mask on, the morning after the homicides, April 19th, 2022, at approximately 9:52 a.m.
Did you obtain any footage of this individual on April 18th?
No, we did not, except for at Shaw's.
Nothing from Walmart on April 18th then?
Correct.
States Exhibit 168. What is this?
A separate photo showing a different angle of the individual exiting Walmart on April 19th at 9:55 a.m. with no face mask on.
And States 169. What is this?
Another view of the same individual wearing no face mask exiting Walmart on April 19th.
States 170. What is this?
The same individual now just outside of Walmart on April 19th at 9:55 a.m.
And does this person appear to have anything in his hands?
Yes, he does. He has stuff in his hand.
Several objects?
Yes.
Fair to say? Could you tell us what this is? This is Exhibit 171.
This is the receipt from the photos we just observed on April 19th, 2022 at 9:54 a.m. The subject buys a 3-person tent, a sleeping bag, and rubbing alcohol, paying with cash.
Detective Gorham, next to that 3-person tent, there's a number there. It starts with 084. Could you tell us what that is?
It's ultimately the barcode or what is scanned. When a person scans the barcode on the tent, this is the number associated with it.
Thank you. Showing you State's Exhibit. Strike that. Detective, did you obtain any images of this individual at the Walmart near Loudon Road on Wednesday, April 20th?
Yes.
So this is the day after this person purchased that tent, sleeping bag, and rubbing alcohol?
Yes.
This is State's Exhibit 173. What is this?
This is the same individual from the 48 previous days, now wearing a blue jacket, a blue bandana, a black hat, a black backpack, black pants, not showing our black boots, the same outfit from Shaw's on April 18th. The subject is buying paper towels, razors, and Code Red Mountain Dew.
This is State's Exhibit 174. What is this?
The same individual, just the back. This is the backpack, Code Red Mountain Dew, paper towels, and the same outfit from April 18th at Shaw's.
Is this another photo from April 20th at Walmart?
Yes, it is.
more things I need to show you, I think. Detective, I'm showing you states exhibit 277 and 278. Can you take a look at those? What's in those exhibits?
Yes.
What is this?
Those are still images of the transaction on April 20th. The individual actually completed 2 separate transactions. Those are still images from those transactions.
Your Honor, this time I move to strike the ID at 277 and 278.
Any objection?
No objection.
277 and 278 are both full exhibits.
Detective, this is State's Exhibit 277. What are we looking at here?
Same individual wearing the same outfit from April 18th at Shaw's. This being at the self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on April 20th, 2022 at 2:40 p.m.
Can you see what they have there at the self-checkout with them?
This right here is Code Red Mountain Dew.
This is State's 175. What is this?
This is the first receipt from April 20th at 4:48 p.m. The subject buys chicken, razors, I'm not sure what this is, and a roll of paper towels paying with cash.
And could you note the time?
I can't tell if it's 2:48 or 2:40 p.m.
So I'm not showing you 278. What is this?
It's the same individual utilizing self-checkout at Walmart in Concord on April 20th, 2022 at 2:41 p.m.
And this is Exhibit 255. What is this?
The receipt from April 20th, 2022 at 2:41 p.m. The subject buys Mountain Dew, which was determined to be Code Red Mountain Dew, and pays with cash.
Now, Detective, you mentioned that you were able to account for a certain number of propane tanks that this individual purchased over that period between November of 2021 and April of 2022. How many propane tanks were you able to account for?
At Walmart, I accounted for that individual buying approximately 114 mini propane tanks.
Thank you. And again, did you review video footage from Walmart after April 20th of 2022?
Yes, I did, up until about June of 2022.
And did that individual we just saw appear?
He did not appear after April 20th, 2022.
Thank you, Detective. On those receipts that we saw, you mentioned a number of them that indicated the use of a prepaid debit card to make the purchase rather than cash or some other type of payment. Is that right?
Several of them, yes.
Did you obtain further information about those prepaid debit cards that were used during those transactions at Walmart?
Yes, I did.
Were any of those cards related to an institution called MetaBank?
Yes, 3 of them. And if I remember correctly, it's the cards ending in 9745, 6278, and 0765.
Were the Concord Police able to obtain any information from MetaBank related to those cards?
Yes, we ultimately completed a search warrant to MetaBank for those records.
I should say, do you recognize that?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's a spreadsheet of the data received from MetaBank on the three prepaid cards mentioned.
Your Honor, at this time, I would introduce the full exhibit, State's Exhibit 176.
Any objection?
No objection.
176 is the full exhibit.
And Detective, that exhibit contains records from MetaBank, is that right?
Yes,
Those records relate to those prepaid debit cards with the numbers you described earlier?
the three prepaid cards, yes.
In reviewing that data, was there anything noteworthy to you?
Yes, there were several transactions that matched Walmart receipts, purchases from Shaw's and Concord, as well as several purchases on Amazon online,
What was the time frame of those transactions?
November of 2021 to April of 2022.
Did you notice in those records any transaction with a company called bulksupplements.com?
Yes, I did.
And what is bulksupplements.com?
It's an online company that sells vitamins and things like that.
Did the Concord Police investigate that transaction from those records with bulksupplements.com?
Yes, there was a transaction made by the card ending in 9745 on December 8th of 2021 in the amount of $109.80. We ultimately called Bulk Supplements.
I'll ask you another question. So the Concord Police did investigate that transaction?
Yes,
Did the police ultimately obtain records from bulksupplements.com related to that transaction?
yes.
Detective, I'm showing you State's Exhibit 178. Can you take a look at that, please? Do you recognize what's Exhibit 178?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's the invoice from bulksupplements.com.
Is this the invoice you obtained related to that transaction you just described?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move to introduce as a full exhibit at this point.
Any objection?
No objection.
178 is the full exhibit.
Detective, I have Exhibit 178 up there on the screen. Can you tell us what this is?
This is a copy of an invoice from bulksupplements.com showing a purchase of $109.80 on December 8th, 2021, shipped to Logan Clegg General Delivery, Concord, New Hampshire, with an email address of rkxkelly@gmail.com.
Now, Detective, the name Logan Clegg, prior to seeing that name appear related to bulksupplements.com, had the Concord Police learned that name before?
No.
And about what time or when in the year did the Concord Police first learn the name Logan Clegg?
When we received these transactions in September of 2022.
September of 2022.
Yes.
Prior to obtaining this information, had you seen the email address rkxkelly@gmail.com anywhere in your investigation?
Yes, I had.
Detective, after you learned the name Logan Clegg, did the Concord Police conduct any investigation into his background?
Yes, we ultimately wanted to see if he was even in Concord at the time of the homicides.
Did you learn, just generally speaking, where he was from?
Yes, he was born in Arizona, grew up in Washington State.
Detective, did you learn if Logan Clegg had had any prior issues with law enforcement?
Yes, I did.
And what did you learn?
I learned that in September of 2022, Logan Clegg pled guilty to 3 felony offenses in the state of Utah.
think she said September of 2022
Correction, it's September of 2020.
of 2020. Do you object?
May we approach?
Yes.
What do you recognize those to be?
The court paperwork for Logan Clegg's probation, as well as a warrant for Logan Clegg.
And I'm just gonna show you 179 again. Can you tell me what that is? Does that relate to the disposition of his criminal case?
Yes.
At this time, I'd move to introduce as 179 and 180.
Any objection?
May we approach?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And 180 are both full exhibits.
Detective, I'm showing you State's Exhibit 179. Is this that paperwork related to Logan Clegg's criminal case out of the state of Utah?
Yes, it is.
And does this show that on September 30th of 2020, he pled guilty to 2 offenses, burglary and theft?
Yes, it does.
And are those both denoted as felony offenses?
Yes, they are.
And now I'm showing you State's Exhibit 180. What is this?
This is an arrest warrant that was issued July 21st of 2021 for Logan Clegg.
And is this from the First District Court of Cache County, Utah?
Yes, it is.
After learning the name Logan Clegg, did the police continue investigating any ties that he may or may not have had to Concord, New Hampshire?
Yes, they did.
And what was the purpose of that?
To see if Logan Clegg was in Concord during the time of the homicides.
And how did the police go about doing that?
Several detectives conducted a canvass on Loudon Road in Concord for any possible employment.
Did detectives go to the McDonald's on Loudon Road as part of that effort?
Yes, they did.
Did the Concord police eventually obtain some records from the McDonald's on Loudon Road?
Yes, they did.
The whole thing?
what is State's Exhibit 181?
It is a application for McDonald's on Loudon Road in Concord for Logan Clegg.
And is this the document that was obtained by the Concord Police as a result of that canvas on Loudon Road?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, at this time, I move to introduce as a full exhibit, State's 181.
Any objection? 181 is a full exhibit.
Detective, this is State's Exhibit 181. Could you please tell us what is shown here?
A copy of the McDonald's application for Logan Clegg and an email address listed of rkxkelly@gmail.com. This email being the same one used at bulksupplements.com.
And what's, are there any dates on this?
He advises that he can start working November 11th, 2021. I believe he fills out the application November 10th of 2021.
So I got it, but it's probably too short to read.
I'm sending you Exhibit 182. You take a look at that. And what is Exhibit 182?
It is a copy, a CD containing a copy of Logan Clegg's time card at McDonald's.
And does that have your initials on it?
Yes, it does.
And is that how you indicated that the time card is actually on the CD?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I move to introduce this 182.
Any objection?
No objection. Are you publishing?
182 is a full exhibit.
Then let me hurry. I haven't seen this exhibit.
Bit.
Detective, based on the records from McDonald's with regard to Mr. Clegg's time card, what time frame did he work at the McDonald's on Loudon Road?
November of 2021 till February of 2022.
Detective, I'd like to return to the prepaid debit cards. In those receipts that we saw from Walmart, did any of them indicate the use by that individual buying propane tanks of a prepaid gift card ending in the number 6663?
Yes.
And did you learn if that number was connected to a particular institution?
Yes.
What institution?
Sutton Bank?
Did the Concord Police obtain records from Sutton Bank related to that particular card?
Yes, a search warrant.
And
So this is the raw directly. Yeah.
Detective, I'm showing you State's Exhibit 183. Can you tell us, or tell us if you recognize that? What do you recognize that to be?
It's a spreadsheet of the transactions made from the card ending in 6663.
And are these the records that you obtained from Sutton Bank related to that card?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move to introduce this as State's Exhibit 183.
Any objection? 183 is a full exhibit.
Detective, I'm showing you State's Exhibit 183. 183. Can you tell me, are there any transactions on here that were significant to you?
Yes, a transaction made on March 25th to the company Brownells.
Detective, what is Brownells?
It's an online gun retailer based out of Iowa. It sells gun parts, ammo, accessories, things like that.
Did the police seek further information from Brownells about the transaction that we saw on that record?
Yes.
Huh? I know.
Detective, I'm showing you State's Exhibit 185. Look at this. Detective, do you recognize those items?
Yes, I do.
What are they?
The transaction details for the Brownells purchase,
Is that the Brownells purchase that we saw related to that prepaid debit card?
ending in 6663, yes.
This time I'd move to introduce as a full exhibit, 185.
Any objection?
No objection.
185 is a full exhibit.
Detective, I'm showing you a portion of Exhibit 185. What is this?
This is the details of the person who made that Brownells purchase. Shows Logan Clegg, 18 Loudon Road, general delivery, using a email address from protonmail.com.
I'm showing you another portion of those records. What does this show?
The card number that was used, which is 6663, the date of March 26th, 2022, and the amount of $61.98.
I'm showing you another portion of these records. What does this show?
This is the invoice from Brownells showing that the items were sold to Logan Clegg, 18 Loudon Road, general delivery, and that he purchased 2 Glock 17 magazines, 17 rounds.
Is there a caliber listed there?
It's a Glock 17 9mm magazine that holds 17 rounds. He purchased 2 of those.
Your Honor, I'm going to suggest this might be a good place for us to break.
Absolutely. Members of the jury, we'll resume at about 1:30. I do have a couple of hearings at 1 o'clock, so for planning purposes, we'll take a little bit more than an hour for our lunch break today. And I know you know what I'm going to say at the end of the day, that instruction applies throughout the course of the trial, so please bear that in mind, and we will see you back for a 1:30 start.
All rise.